this is Dan Dingsøyr reporting for Press for Truth, and today we have good news for you, ladies and gentlemen. Gregory Allen Elliott is free and has been found not guilty. A judge has ruled in his favor, and if you want to help out Gregory, you can do so here. This is his crowdfunding for all of his legal bills. Now, if you're unaware of this story, Gregory Allen Elliott was charged with 2 counts of criminal harassment over Twitter interactions with 2 social justice warrior feminists, Stephanie Guthrie and Heather Riley. Now, both women have good connections with the police officers who laid these charges. As we laid out in our video, Twitter case favors ISIS and the feminazi. Now, the women said that he was creepy and that they feared for their safety. In a world of safe spaces, instead of common law, fearing for one's safety means criticism over Twitter. Now, fortunately, the judge ruled not guilty, and Gregory is free, although his income and reputation have been severely damaged. And of course, the corporate state media is only reporting one side of this exchange. They've been promoting these feminazis since the incident happened back in 2012. Now, take a look at this bit from the National Post. There was standing room only in the court Friday. The judge announced the verdict. A group of supporters around Guthrie and Riley heaved a few loud sighs of disappointment when judge said not guilty. See, this isn't about women's rights. It's about 2 crazy women, literally loons, who are so indoctrinated into the cultural Marxist mindset that they can't seem to differentiate being genuinely afraid in real life from the world of Twitter. Elliott used in his defense successfully that if Guthrie and Riley were really afraid of him, well, they wouldn't have continued their cyberbullying. And this is exactly what's happening here. The issue of cyberbullying was before a Canadian court of law, despite how no Twitter rules were broken. We have Toronto City councillors, where Elliott and Guthrie are from, calling on young women to cyberbully people that Twitter can be used to track down in public. What just occurred in a Canadian court here was really a modern-day Puritan witch hunt, folks. Except instead of stern conservative religious values and a literal burning of women, these are times of cultural Marxism, where getting doxxed means all your personal, identifiable information, and even some of your family members, is broadcasted to the world without your consent. This is a cancer on Western society. And while our side can certainly celebrate Gregory's win and help him to recoup his losses, it's important to remember what we're up against here. Cultural Marxism subscribes to the belief that since everyone is judging another culture from their cultural viewpoint, then it's impossible to make reasonable judgments about other cultures. And of course, there is some truth to this. I mean, some parts of the world put mayonnaise on their French fries, whereas others would prefer gravy and cheese curds. But this isn't always true. If another culture supports rape, then it deserves condemnation, and one can argue that that's a universal point of view without being called out on white male privilege. You know, the famed Russian author and Nobel Prize winner Alexander Solzhenitsyn, in the wake of the Russian Revolution, once wrote, "If I were asked today to formulate as concisely as possible the main cause of the ruinous revolution that swallowed up some 60 million of our people, I could not put it more accurately than to repeat, men have forgotten God." Well, since then, guys, what has replaced that was National Socialism. It's the all-powerful state bureaucracy and its corruption of everything it touches. More traditional structures have taken longer to break down in the West, especially in America. But 16 years into the new millennium here, and all these generational cultural implications are playing out. Cultural Marxism is many things, really, but its main component that all feminazis and social justice warriors clings to is a sort of epistemic relativism, that one can never really know the truth about anything. This is the foundation of those who feel triggered when someone violates their safe space. Canada's laws are so vague and there's no constitutional right to property. So as the undermining of the culture continues to dumb people down, the courts may eventually buckle under the pressure. Gregory Alan Elliott may have set a precedent here, but eventually the graduates of today's universities and law schools are going to be sitting at the helm of the judge's throne. And what are they going to decide? Well, one thing I know is that is definitely still yet to be determined, so let's share all of this info as far and wide as possible. So click the like button, folks, and check the description for all the sources to this video, and also to find out how you can support our work here at PFT, or you can get involved. And stay tuned, folks, we've got a lot more video reports coming soon to pressfortruth.ca.